Chapter 2 Pre-Planning. The time now is 11 o'clock, which gave me enough time to clean up this place and nip down to Lidl's for a few beverages for when the boys come over. Sure, there is still money left on the credit card. That didn't take as long as I had imagined. Throw some laundry in the washing machine, and I'm done. Right, down to the supermarket for the all-important drinks and a few snacks. Shouldn't take long. The store is only a short 10-minute gentle walk from here. Hope the shop isn't too busy, as I might throw a wobbly and come back with nothing and the boys would not be happy teddy bears. Fantastic, not too many people in the place apart from the older generation looking for a bargain. So optimistic this will be a case of straight in and straight out. Not very good at this shopping lark. Look down into the basket to discover I filled the bloody thing with biscuits, crisps, nuts and cakes. Will do, for now, just the beer to procure. Wish these shops would fucking stop moving things around. Once you're used to where things are, some numpty goes and rearranges everything. Only one thing to do now, and that was something I hated doing. I'd need to walk up and down the aisle like a moron until I found the fucking beer. Beer found. Now where are the ones I want? About to pick them up when some stupid personage decides to stand within inches of me. What's wrong with these people? Not like the place has limited room. Well, having none of this crap.
Got a problem? We're just trying to give me one. Fucking move away.
The man turns around with a dirty stare before he even opened his mouth, followed up with,
"Don't even think about it. Made unless you fancy a trip to the local hospital."
Back at the caravan, drinks chilling, an assortment of food all carefully laid out. They're going to take the piss out of me for that. Mickey is now telling me the time is 12:50, so George and Simon will be arriving soon. They are both aware of how much that winds me up if anyone is late, so they better not be delayed. Bang on 1300 hours, Simon and George arrived at the door carrying more beers. This was going to be an exciting afternoon. Throw them in the fridge.
Who made the puffy decorations with the food?
Well, what did I expect?
Come over here, Simon, and look at what the Nancy boy's done.
I'll sort that out.
Simon grabbed the plate and tossed the contents onto the table.
Better, don't you agree?
Pair of twats. Took me at least 10 minutes to prepare. Plenty of cold ones in the fridge. Grab us all one and park your arse over here. Let's listen to what employment Simon's mates got lined up for us. Okay, Simon, what's your donkey walloper friend got for us, and what's he willing to pay?
The job is straightforward in principle. He owns a huge amount of land on a small island in the Caribbean. Some thugs moved into his house and took up residence on his property while he's been over here on business. The job is simple, wants us to fly over and evict them.
Finishing his beer, George placed the can down and asked,
So, what's wrong with the coppers? Why can't they remove them?
From what Henry had to say, the police are only a three-man band and might have ties with the group now occupying his place. Plus he would rather the mission was completed under the radar.
Fair enough, Simon.
So, any more details, like how many idiots need taking out, plans to the property, and most crucially, who is picking up the tab for us to arrive at this little island?
What do you think, George?
Sounds intriguing. I'm in.
Come to think of it, with my financial situation, I would have taken any job to bail myself out of the shit.
Need more information, like how much are we getting paid?
Replies George.
Once we're all agreed to the work, I will arrange for us all to meet Henry, who can give us more info.
So that's decided. We are all in, depending on what is said at a meeting with Henry. When can this be set up for?
Do my best for Monday. By the way, drying up over here, who's getting the drinks from the fridge?
Monday morning, with the usual crap out of the way, grabbed my third cup of freshly ground coffee and slumped behind the computer. A new week, so better do some work. The vulture should have been off for the weekend, so no bloody emails from people wanting their pound of flesh. Got that wrong. Don't these people ever take a rest and leave people like me alone? First two were from the usual crowd, rent and the arseholes from the council, both demanding money by the end of the week. Not all bad news. One email is from a potential customer looking to book a family holiday. Should cheer me up a little if they go ahead. Hope Simon comes through and calls today. God knows I need the work, and it sounds like an easy job. Go over to an island and kick some arse, which shouldn't take too long. May even find some time for a little rest and recuperation in the sun. Must have been around lunchtime when the phone rang. Simon was on the other end.
All set up for tomorrow in London around 1400 hours, is that okay?
Perfect. Got a launch shindig at the Royal Opera House, so couldn't be better. What about George?
Just spoken to him, he will meet us at the meeting point.
Just finished this email and the cruise quote, then I'm off to the clubhouse for a meal to treat myself. Let's face facts, if this all comes off, and why wouldn't it, there will be more money than I've had for a long time flowing into my bank account. Thinking logically, better take a notebook and pen to make notes, as this job may seem easy but will need some planning for everything to go right and not go off half-cocked. A significant feature of the complex, there is an excellent standoff position where a person can recce straight inside without being seen and for any potential threats. Been here several times, so utterly aware of all the exit points. Today the place was empty except for a family sat opposite the TV on the wall. Plus, a man dressed in shorts and a t-shirt with the words "I drink because I can" printed across the front. Think he may have consumed too many as he had difficulty walking from his seat to the bar. Right then, what's on the menu for today? Any specials? Something tells me the kitchen manager requested too many chickens. Either that or the country's economic situation brought on by the Ramoners trying to keep the country in Europe. Everyone is now doing what we in the trade call a staycation for their holidays. Today's special, fried chicken and chips, now half price, will do me. Ordered with the friendly bar person, can't say barman now in case it upsets some idiot, headed to the table tucked away in the far corner with a pint of the local brew, sat down and took out my notebook. What do we know about this job so far? Well, taking everything into consideration, all the information we have to date, not much, just that it is on a Caribbean island. Right, let's break this task down into 4 parts. First, and the most important, how much are we being paid? I'm not doing this for little money, so who's paying for us to arrive on the island? Or is going to be part of the payment? Second, how are we getting there? Does the place have an airport on the island, or do we need to land somewhere else and charter a boat across? Brings the question to mind, do the people running both have links to people occupying the property like the local police? Third, how are we going to complete the task, as we don't know much about the group? Can't do much planning until we find out more tomorrow. One topic we'll need to ask Henry about, are they armed? If so, we are going to need weapons and where we can obtain them from. This always raises the moral dilemma, is it alright to kill someone? As for me, I don't do empathy, and if they are aiming a weapon at me, I'm going to shoot first, ask questions second. Plus, we are going to need detailed maps of the whole island, not a good idea to run from a firefight and not know where you're running to. Then we have the question of transport for us to move around, recce's, and making our way out of any tricky situation. Fourth, this is going to be more challenging than it may first appear. If we'd left a trail of destruction and dead bodies lying around the island, someone might be pissed off with us and try their best to block us going. Better think of a second or even a third backup plan for the route home. Didn't spot them putting my meal in front of me, and I'm the type of person who detects everything going on around me. We must have a stealth bar person. Time to stop this thinking lark. For now, another drink is in order, to wash the chicken down, you understand. Bloody hell, is that the time? Better get back and finish off work from this morning. With any luck that person will book the cruise. Suppose one more beer won't kill me. A comedy show was now going on near the bar. The individual with the "I drink because I can" t-shirt was now staggering towards the door, hitting tables on the way out. Stayed for about another hour before deciding I better make the move home. Need a clear head, some travel plans to prepare for tomorrow, then there's the task of finding somewhere to stay after the shindig at the Royal Opera House. Knowing me, I will most likely end up spending a cold night at Waterloo train station. About to call it a night when I realized that Simon had given me the time of our meeting but had missed out one crucial fact, like we're in London. Better ring him. Must already be in his night dressing gown as he answered the phone straight away. Bloody idiot, you've left out one small detail for tomorrow, like where is it?
That would be handy, Steve. I'll text you and George the address.
Thanks, Simon. Now go and tuck in the polo donkey. I'm off to the world of Nod.